Hi, I'm Matt, and in this episode I am going to be taping up and velcroing up some batteries. Now, let's be frank here, I class this one as a straightforward one, so I'm going to go for it quite quickly, but I'll be sharing some really simple tips for when it comes to just ensuring that your batteries last, if that makes sense. So I found this works really well for me, and you've seen what I do to my models and my batteries, so if this works for me, I'm pretty sure it's going to work for you. So the things which I've got here is some glass fiber tape, super cheap off eBay. I've also been and got some velcro or sticky back velcro. Now, because, or the way which I do all of my batteries and anything which sticks onto a model is that I always use the fluffy stuff on the stuff which takes off, and I use the prickly stuff on the stuff which stays still, aka the model. I do buy that velcro in bags like this. I'll put that on the iPad. I buy this off Amazon for, it's not cheap, it's about 10 quid or so, but it is the best stuff which I found. I have been and bought cheaper stuff and it's just not really been up to scratch. The stickiness on the back just isn't there. So all I've got in front of me are two batteries, two brand new ones which arrived today, some glass reinforced tape, some sticky back velcro. I've got a marker pen, biro, and a sharp craft knife as well. Remember, we need to keep that knife as far away from those batteries as possible because we don't want any little accidents going on. So the first thing which I'm going to do is that I'm going to go and grab some of the glass tape and try and find the end from last time, which is always a challenge, isn't it? Let me go round. There we go, there's the end. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you this on the iPad, is that I'm going to put tape over the top and round the side, because I do find that this shrink wrap which goes on the outside does start to come away over time, and on the end where the cables come out I'm just going to put a piece over the end. Now those of you which are thinking, oh but Matt, what happens if the battery blows up? He's got nowhere for the gases to escape. Well, in short, it happens, and it's not going to make a blind bit of difference, to be frankly honest. If I've got a bit of tape over the end, whether the battery wants to blow up or not. I've probably stuffed it in a tree. So I've got a piece of tape which is about 2 inches long, well, say about 3 inches long. I'm just going to wrap that over the side like so, and just make sure that's a real nice fit on the battery. I'm going to do exactly the same over the top. I really should have left that end out. So about 3 inches, which I'm cutting off, going careful not to stab my hands while I'm at it. And then this time I'm going to go up over the top and down, just pulling down tightly on it. I'm not squeezing the cells, and just rubbing it down with my fingers so that we've got a lovely neat finish on there. Now I am going to go and do this side as well, because that side of the battery does get the most amount of wear. So I'm just using the knife just to trim that off. You could have also, of course, use a pair of scissors, but I do find with this tape the scissors do gunk up. So that's why I'm using a knife. And then this one, I'm just wrapping around nice and tightly, but not too tight over the top. Brilliant. Now, for the marker pen, because these arrived today, I'm going to write on the end 12/16. So I know that these were bought in December 2016. That's really important for me, because then I know which batteries last and which batteries don't. So I'll just show you there on the iPad. Really straightforward. Now onto the Velcro. Now again, I need to keep that knife well away from the battery itself. That's why I've just got a biro pen. I'm just going to line that up on there, and I'll show you this on the iPad like so. Just going to mark. So I do want a little bit to go up over the edge, like so, but not too far. I'm just going to mark the end just there with the pen. Cut that with a knife. Again, you could of course use scissors, but anything with sticky backs on it, I tend to find it just goops up the scissors. So let's get that peeled off. And then using the flat edge as the reference, I found if I do tuck the Velcro around the opposite side, it really doesn't work very well and it comes unstuck and over time. So I'm just going to match that up. So you'll see now on the iPad, it's just marked up there on the end. And then I'm just going to hold my finger down and feed it down. And there we go. We've got a battery pack, which is reinforced with some glass fiber tape so that the plastic doesn't break over a period of time. We've got a date on the end, and then on the bottom we've got a nice big thick strip of fluffy Velcro, which then means that we can stick this in our models and rag the nuts off it. There we go. So like I said, very simple tip. I'm now going to go on and do the other battery which I had arrived today. Same process, a bit of tape, create a cross joint on the end, so that keeps it nice and tight there. A piece up over the top as well where the leads come out, and then just a bit of fluffy Velcro down the end. And the big tip there was don't wrap it around the 90-degree bend, because that piece of Velcro does end up coming out. So just do it flush on there and then wrap it part way up around the rounded end of your battery. So that's it, a very simple little tip for just preparing batteries for abuse. If you've enjoyed this episode, do me a favour, hit the thumbs up icon underneath this video episode. And of course, if you've got any questions, please just ask in the comments section underneath this episode. So for myself, Matt, cheerios!